offering my humble pranams at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Dear Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters of this wonderful retreat, Swami's grace that the fearful storm has just come as a mild rain. And to the few special people who are present here, I want to say that on one hand, as organizers of the conference, we might feel that, yesterday was a packed house, today less number of people. It reminds me of a pastor who went to give a talk in the church. He goes there and he sees that there's only one farmer sitting in the audience. So he says, shall we go back home? You go home, I'll go home. What is there to do? And the farmer says, when I go to feed my cows, if I see that all cows are gone and there's just one cow, I'll feed the cow. And the pastor says, great, okay. And so then he delivers his 1 hour speech. And then he tells the farmer, right, it's done, we can now go back home. He says, but when I go to the farm and I see only one cow, I don't feed it all the cow's food, But well, this is different, because food for thought is different from food for cows, and even a single person is capable of having all the food. Whatever might be our reason, Shirdi Baba once pointed out to a mango tree and told the devotees that see there are millions of mango flowers, but then most of them will just fall away. Many of them will be plucked away by the birds. Of all those start turning into fruit, they will be nibbled by the birds, the squirrels, everything. Only a small number of this will actually turn into fruits. And that is what it is. Practically, we feel when the Spirit is calling, the initial josh is always there, It's always, the excitement is always in the start. In the Olympics, do you know who is the world's fastest runner? Anybody knows? Any name that comes to your mind? Okay, great, Usain Bolt. Anybody can name the world's best marathoner? Anybody? You may be right, I have no idea. But that's the point, right? Both of them win an Olympic gold medal. Both those Olympic gold medals are absolutely the same value, absolutely the same glory. Yet we all remember the 100-meter sprint champ. We don't remember the marathoner. Because that's what it is. Everybody wants the excitement. Everybody wants the thrill that comes. Swami would say that you come to me seeking health, I give you health, you go away. You come to me seeking wealth, I give you wealth, you go away. You come to me seeking relationships, you come to me with a huge bucket list. Different people come for different reasons, they get it and go away. I want to know how many of you come for me. When we think of it, why we go to Swami, why we pray to Swami, why we seek Swami, we seek it for so many reasons. And that is the reason when we don't get that, we seek it elsewhere, that's all it is. Swami, I'm going to give you a chance to fulfill my desire. You fulfill it, I come to you. You don't, I'll go elsewhere. And that is the reason why, as I said, it is definitely a thing that there is a storm brewing out there, there's a rain coming. Swami gives us enough reasons to bunk. Swami gives us enough reasons to attend as well. This is something that's happening possibly once in a year. A lot of effort has gone into organizing it. And that is why those who have made it here, it really shows that there is serious intent. For those not here, they may say that, no, brother, it was not like that, actually whatever it is, everybody has different reasons, everybody has different commitments, but when you choose to make it a priority, it's very, very important. I'm not critiquing anybody. I have missed out many things, but I'm just saying, when I see these youths out here, it feels very, very emotional. You know, these guys were up awake till 2:30 a.m. because of me. And they came here and did Supravatam and Vedam. Beautiful. I didn't come. I was dozing away. I was cursing my alarm when it went off. That is amazing, you know. That is what Swami sees. It's not about what we do that is important, how we do it, why we do it. When the commitment, when the Spirit is calling, everybody, you know, answers in the beginning, but then it's not an easy journey to make. It's an arduous journey, which could turn boring, which could turn scary, which could turn fruitless. But do you have it in you? Do you have it in you? Do we have it in us? Because what we are asking for is not any small thing. It's the greatest gift. And Swami would say a devotee having determined to achieve something. Swami would say, if you are a devotee, you should strive and strive and strive that either of the two should happen. What are the two? One, God comes and grants your wish. Or two, you collapse dead with the effort. Those are the only two results that a devotee will accept. Swami, I want you. I'm going to strive for you. Either you come or I'll die, Swami. That's it. If you don't want me to die, you better come. That is the grit and determination with which we have to hold on to Swami. Because that is the greatest treasure we are seeking. Reminds me of a great Shaivite saint. You know, in India we have Shaivite saints who worship Lord Shiva and Vaishnavite saints. The Vaishnavite saints are called Nayanars and are called Alvars, and the Shaivite saints who worship Shiva are called Nayanars. So there is one Nayanar called Kannappa. I don't know how many of you have heard of Kannappa. A tribal guy, you know, and he's leading his normal life in the forests. One day, he just comes across a temple in the forest of Lord Shiva. And he enters and he sees the Shivalinga there. Feels immense love. Wow. A Shivalinga is an oval stone, right? But that's what it is. What we feel in this life is not something that we have got only in this life. It's an accumulation of lifetimes. So many lifetimes we have been building it. And that is why when there is an option of immersing ourselves in Swami and doing something else, if we choose to immerse ourselves in Swami, congratulations. And it is something that we have worked for across lifetimes. It doesn't come like that naturally. They may say that, you know, naturally you get love for Swami. No, not naturally, you work for it. Maybe not in this birth. Maybe you don't know, but everything we have worked for. And that is why it's a great thing. It's a, you know, you can give a pat for yourself on the back when we ask, how do we know I'm spiritually progressing? When I consciously make a choice. When I consciously make a choice to give importance to Swami, to tell Swami that Swami, I'm coming for you. I'm doing it for you. Going back to the story, so Kannappa feels attracted towards that Shivalinga. And he feels such immense love, and he sees that there are flowers on the Shivalinga. So he's wondering, what is this? He doesn't know why he's feeling this. He walks out of the temple, and as he walks out, the priest walks in. And Kannappa sees, what is this priest doing? He's sitting and doing a worship. And Kannappa likes it. He feels so nice. He feels that this is a lover of God expressing his love for God. So the priest is cleaning the lingam. He's pouring water on it. He's then putting some flowers on it. He's then making an offering of food while blabbering something. According to Kannappa, he's just, in some foreign language, he's expressing his love for Shiva. That's what he feels, because he knows nothing of the mantras, he knows nothing of these. He just feels that this is a foreign language in which this person is expressing his love. And he says, even I also love, I want to do it. So he runs to the forest, starts collecting flowers. He collects flowers And then he says, oh, food, I'll hunt a boar. So he goes and hunts a boar and cuts that, cooks that, roasts that meat, and says, food is ready. What? He's carrying food and flowers, water. Oh my God, how do I carry water? Because that's how they wash the linga first. So he has no vessel. He's a tribal. So he goes to the river and fills his mouth with water. And he comes to the Shivalinga and then puts flowers, puts the meat, prays, and in his tribal language tells, I love you. I feel so happy with you. Be with me. It's just inexplicable. Because there are his friends who also see this and they go and complain to his parents, your son has gone nuts. He's sitting and expressing his love for a stone. Yeah. Swami would say, don't bring down God to a level of a stone. Don't bring down Swami to a level of a chair. It is the presence. It is a presence. How would we be? How would we interact when Swami is sitting here? Because that is the truth. Whether we accept it or not. There was somebody who said, I don't believe in gravity. You don't believe in gravity? No, I don't believe. Whoever does, I don't believe. Then kindly step off the roof. He'll come crashing down. Gravity doesn't tell, he non-devotee, okay, let him fly. He doesn't believe in it. He believes, so I don't know. Irrespective of whether you believe in gravity or not, gravity works. Irrespective of whether you believe it or not, Swami is here. And it is our blessing if we can recognize that and live in that presence. That is what the Spirit is calling. Where is God? God is everywhere. That is why for those who are intoxicated in the world, the God-crazy people feel mad. And for the God-crazy people, the worldly people feel mad. But Swami says, of all the madnesses that afflict mankind, God madness is the least harmful and the most beneficial. And it is that God madness that has gripped Kannappa. And Kannappa goes and sits there and he is expressing his love, he does all this and he leaves. Next day morning the priest comes and says, Shiva, Shiva, who has defiled you? Oh my God. He starts cleaning the whole stuff, throws the meat away, rotting meat, and this is yuck, and cleans and again. Then Kannappa comes, he says, oh, he has come now. And he sees, this priest is doing all this. I also do again. Turns back to the forest, he gets, and this goes on, Every morning the priest comes and says, who is this? Some wild animal has made this the den, I can't stay, it's a forest, right? He's scared. Anyway, he cleans, and evening Kannappa comes and says, now my turn, and he clears everything and puts the water, spits water, and this is going on. In the meanwhile, in Kailasa, Parvati asks Shiva, says, Shiva, you see what's happening? He says, yeah, I see it every day. Whom do you like more? Do you like the priest or do you like Kannappa? Priest is giving lovely stuff. This guy is offering all. He says, I love him more who loves me more, that's all. That's all. God is nothing but pure reaction, reflection, resound. Nothing. Yat bhavam, yanta matramuna yavara talachina anta matrame nenu sam. This is a thing which says, to what extent you think of me, that's what I am. You think of me as a human being, I am a human being. Think of me as somebody who resides far away in some foreign land, I am that. Think of me as your dear friend, I am that. Think of me as God who pervades every atom of the cosmos, I am that. Whatever you think of me, I am that. So then Shiva tells Parvati, okay, let's check it out, let's see who is there. So the next day the priest comes and he again, she clears everything and he starts doing the puja. The Shivalingam suddenly gets two eyes and the two eyes open. And the priest is so thrilled. He says, Lord, what a thing it is. What a blessing it is. He's so happy. I have not even completed my puja, but I think it is the blessing of all these years of worship that I have done. That your krupa kataksham, your eyes full of compassion and love have opened up to me. And even as he says this, blood starts oozing from one of the eyes. Oh, what is this? God, this is a bad omen. This is a bad omen. Definitely blood coming out of the Shivalinga. He just doesn't know what to do, he just runs away. He's like, oh my God, I don't want. Something terrible is going to happen. Something terrible is going to happen. And Kannappa is now coming on his way and he sees the priest is running. What happened? He runs towards the temple. This priest is running away from the temple, Kannappa is running towards the temple. What happened? He goes in, Lord, oh, he sees one eye is bleeding. Oh God, what happened? Don't worry, my Lord. And Kannappa just pulls out the arrow, just pokes into his eyes, pulls out his eye and offers it and says, Lord, take my eye. You be fine. Yes, so he's now happy. One-eyed Kannappa now says, now I'll do my puja. And then the Lord starts bleeding from the other eye. And Kannappa is like, oh my God. He's having two big problems now. Look at the way a devotee thinks. Huh? Kannappa says, Lord, don't worry, I've got another eye, I'll give it to you. But how do I place it correctly? If I pluck out this eye, I can't see where the eye is. Where? And Lord, I have only two eyes. You are Trinetradhari. You have three eyes. I just hope that the third eye doesn't start bleeding because I don't have any more eyes to offer. And then he comes up with a plan to do the surgery of his second eye properly. He places his right leg on the eye of the lingam. My God, sacrilege, unholy. He places it, then plucks out his eye. He knows where his foot is. The moment he keeps the eye, story goes that Lord Shiva and Parvati appear there, bless him back with sight. Now they say bless him back with sight. As per the legend, I don't know whether that was actual physical sight that he gets back or it's a divine vision that he gets, because the story stops there. And that is how he has become a saint. He has become a Nayanar who is worshipped today, and there is an entire temple dedicated to this at Sri Kalahasti in Andhra Pradesh. It is that place, that is the Mahatmyam, that is the story of Kalahasti, the story of Kannappa. What Kannappa did was terrible. How he did it was also terrible. But the Lord doesn't see that. The Lord sees, why did Kannappa do what he did? Why did... Why did Kannappa do what he did? Why did he do the way he did it? That is what counts for Swami. The why behind everything. So when we say the Spirit is calling, and what is it? What is spirituality in action? What does it mean that when we are doing actions based on the call of the Spirit, it is not about what we do. To a certain extent, it's about how we do, because how we do is decided by why we are doing something. When we are clear of the why, the how is taken care of and what becomes irrelevant. It doesn't matter whether I am cooking food, whether I am cutting vegetables, whether I am, working in a professional life, whether I am doing bhajans. It doesn't matter at all. I remember in 2004 or 2005, one of those years, when Swami blessed us with multiple opportunities to put up programs in his presence. We used to call those programs as street plays. Street plays because there would be no elaborate costumes, there would be no elaborate sets. We would do all our presentations in that narrow band, narrow gap between where Swami is seated on the stage and the students sit in the first line. In that 5 foot, it was a corridor like this. We used to call them corridor dramas, corridor plays. And it was not like a single drama, it would be like a presentation. You begin with 2 people speaking, and based on that, the bhajan group will begin a song, they will sing a song, and after that song gets over, they'll come and do a little skit. It's just a mixture of different things. Short things of 5-6 minutes, overall lasting 1 hour. So that time, what happened was, when we were planning, there was one short skit that we had planned. A skit in which there is the story of Raja Parikshit. Parikshit is a king who is thirsty. He has got lost, and therefore in the forest when this emperor is walking, he's very thirsty. He's asking for water. He finds a sage sitting in meditation, and he comes to the sage and asks him, give me water, but the sage is lost in meditation. So Parikshit is a little irritated. He sees a dead snake. He picks the dead snakes and puts it around the neck of the sage in anger and being upset. And still the sage doesn't care and he walks away. Just to complete the story, the sage's son, Shirdi, comes back. He sees this, he gets very upset and he says, whoever did this within 7 days is going to die from a snake bite. That's when the sage wakes up and he reprimands his son saying, what did you do? This was not nice. You should not lose temper. What is the use of being a sage if you can't have control over your temper? But then the curse is done. A person who does sadhana, whatever the person says becomes truth. Swami would say that's what it is. That is the power of spiritual practice. You practice truth, you practice dharma, a time will come when whatever you speak becomes satya, whatever you do becomes dharma. That is why, Swami would say, don't have ill feelings even in your mind anywhere, because when you're doing spiritual practices, it comes true and it dissipates, it takes away your spiritual energy. Swami would say, one bout of anger will take away 3 months worth of energy that you have gathered. So don't lose it. And on the other side, don't mess around with devotees of the Lord. Please. Don't mess around, because you will not be spared. That's why Swami would often make jokes, he would say, volunteers are wall and tears. They become a wall between Swami and the devotees and bring tears in the devotees. Karma. There was one elderly gentleman who used to serve Swami very, very wholeheartedly. All his life he served Swami. If Swami tells anything, he'll immediately execute it. It was like Swami's executioner, but he was an executioner as well. Brutally, he'll just get it done. And towards his last stages in life, he was bedridden and there was nobody to care for him. He was lying in bed, his own excrement all around, pus and skin rashes, disease. And Swami walks up to his room. And when Swami walks up to his room, he's so moved. And Swami gets a cloth, dips it in warm water and gently cleans his hand, cleans his leg. Gratitude to you. Swami said, no, you have done so much. And then he says, Swami, I want to ask one question, Swami. What is that? Swami, all my life I have served you. All my life I have served you. Why am I meeting with this fate, Swami? Swami said, all your life you have served me. And that's why I have come. But you know what? Sadly, you have not served anybody else. That's why nobody's come. So that is what it is. If you see Swami, only in that form you will get back. You see Swami in all, Swami will come back in all. There is no escape from that. We can't justify that I am doing Swami's work and that is why I have to be rude. I have to get this done. It's for Swami. For Swami, it's not about what you do. There are so many villages to serve. We need to get it done. What are you doing? Get up. No. It's not about quantity at all. It's about how you are doing it. And most importantly, why are you doing it? Why are you doing service? Because those people are in need. Wrong. You are in need. You need service for your own uplift. Why are we attending a retreat? If you are attending it for any other reason other than for your own uplift, wrong. Brother Aravind is coming, amazing. I have to meet him. Wrong motivation. Wrong. It will not give you benefit, it will give you excitement, that's all. That's why you won't come for day 2. I met him yesterday already. Got selfie taken. My take home lesson from this is, attend any conference, only on the last day allow selfies. Everybody will come. But maybe then, as I was thinking this, I also thought that maybe it is good. Because then, those who remain, that here are those who have come truly to gain something and grow. Because, I'm not saying others don't have that, but this is first priority for this group now. Because whether rain, sunshine, whatever, everybody has their reasons not to come. But despite that, when we find a reason to come, that is what it is. That is why Swami would go and talk to students during the vacation. College time, everybody will stay. Vacation, can you stay? Can you sacrifice your video games? Can you sacrifice all the fun? You stay, I'll come. Swami, why don't you just talk other time? No. Vacation time, he'll give 3 sessions. Vacation time, he'll call and say, Purna Chandra. Why? Because love is not love without sacrifice. You say you love God, but what are you sacrificing for God? What are we sacrificing for God? Let me include myself. So that is what it is. So anyway, going back to the story, he curses the king like that, and that is when, Parikshit gets to know that, oh God, I have only 7 days to live. I've got only 7 days to live. And you know what Parikshit does? He gets up, walks out of his palace, walks out of his town, walks out of his kingdom, goes straight to Shukamuni and says, redeem me, I don't have time left now. I don't want to waste any more time ruling the kingdom. He had everything. Parikshit is the great grandson of the Pandavas. The entire thing he had inherited. The whole kingdom, the might, the power, everything. And he says, tell me something that will redeem me. And then Shuka tells him the Bhagavatam, the stories of Krishna. 7 days he listens, and we have to be grateful to Raja Parikshit because of whom we have got the Bhagavatam. Because that is the first rendering of the Bhagavatam that gets recorded. And at the end of 7 days, he is bitten by the snake and he is gone. Look at that, Raja Parikshit had a guarantee that he would live 7 days. None of us have that guarantee. And yet we live as if we are going to live on and on. And just imagine if tomorrow we know that tomorrow morning we are going to die. What is it that we will do today? Let us at least remember that, death is not a sad thing, death is not a negative thing. Death is a very powerful motivator if we remember it this way. If I am going to die tomorrow morning, what are my priorities? Put that priority and keep that priority list and remember, these are my priorities for life. Because I never know when death comes. Parikshit at least knew he had 7 days luxury. He knew for sure that in 7 days nothing will happen to him. We don't even have that. Anyway, this part of the skit we wanted to present, where, not the whole story, just the part where he is walking and he finds the sage and he puts the snake around the sage. And so this role of Raja Parikshit, we had given it to one boy. He was not an actor, but our idea for this program would be, can we involve as many people as we can into the drama? So we had pulled him in. And just 2 days later we had to present the skit. That's one thing, we would be doing it overnight. Even on the final day of the program, nobody has the idea of the full program. For example, we would break into 4 or 5 bits. I'll be in charge for 10 minutes, another guy is in charge for 10 minutes. I take care of my 10 minutes and I know what is the connecting statement to hand it over to the next guy. After that, I have no clue what he is, and I just hope he has done his 10 minutes right. This is how a modular fashion we would prepare a program and stitch it together. You are preparing 10 minutes in Telugu, 10 minutes in Hindi. What happens, I have no idea. It will be a mix of song, skit and speaking. And this is how it was. So in our 10 minutes was this little skit. And 2 days, this guy is just not getting that role properly. A very simple thing, he has to come holding his throat and just say, I'm so thirsty. Can you just give me water? No. And he doesn't give, so there's one toy snake there, he has to pick up that toy snake, put it around his neck and walk. Simple thing he's not able to do. So we just told him, brother, if it's tough, no problem, We'll see next time, let somebody else just do it. Anybody can just step in, it needs only 2 minutes of practice. No, brother. Tomorrow evening is the program. He said, tomorrow morning you give me a chance, you'll see it will be good. So he said, okay, last chance. We thought even if tomorrow morning he is not doing, we can replace him. The next day morning, there was quite an improvement in his acting. We were like, okay, great. He has possibly practiced it whole night. So great. So he said, yeah, good. Go ahead, you can do this. And in the evening, he did quite a good job in front of Swami, Wow, we thought, man, this guy has improved so much. He did a good job. The whole program was done. And Swami called us for group photographs. As we are posing for group photographs, Swami looks out to Parikshit. And he calls him, hey, Parikshit, come. And then Swami waves his hand. Creates an emerald ring for him. At that time, I was thinking, my God, Swami, he did a good job. But it's not like some ring-winning performance, Like there are others who did much better. The lead in the drama, the lead in the skit, the person who spoke, so many did so much better. Oh, I don't know, like what so phenomenal. He did good, nothing like, it's like, if somebody takes a good catch and you give them man of the match award, it's a good catch, but man of the match has to go to the man of the match. But Swami, gave that. In the evening, we get to know that after the program gets over, that this boy is so desperate to act in that skit, doesn't want to miss out on the chance. And he knows that nothing. So he said, tomorrow morning I'll come. You know why his performance was improved in the next morning? Because from that day evening 4 o'clock till next day morning 8 o'clock when we were practicing, he didn't take in a drop of water. So when he was saying, I'm feeling thirsty, he's actually feeling thirsty then. And this nutcase has continued that till the evening. He has gone for 22 hours without taking in a drop of water. And when he came there saying, I'm thirsty, he was desperately thirsty. And that only Swami knows. None of us knew. Swami knew that. And Swami gave him a ring. Swami gave him a ring. That's why I say, it doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter how we do it. Of course, how we do it is more important than what we do. But most important is why we do that. Why we do what we do. That is what is spirituality. And when the Spirit is calling, so it's not like what is it calling us to do. It doesn't, as I said, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is how you do it. Because how you do it is a reflection of why you are doing it. If there's a difference in seva when I'm doing it to uplift you versus when I'm doing seva to uplift myself. There's a difference when I'm singing bhajan so that all of you feel awesome and say, great, great singing, versus I'm singing because I want to cry out my love to you, Swami. It's there. Both will make us feel wow, but Swami knows what it is, and if that is the motive, if the why is taken care of, the how and what will automatically get taken care of. And this is something that we should bring into our daily life, into our everything. Then these things of, I don't have time, doesn't come at all. Because whatever I do, I'm doing it for Swami. Whether I'm singing bhajans, whether I'm driving the car. Swami would say, when you drive the car, yeah, imagine Swami is there beside you. Do it for Swami. And Swami himself would say, no, this is actually, I think, Uncle P.G. Krishnamurti, he would say, do you know how you have seen these, in India it happens, these drivers whom you have hired, right? When the master of the car or the owner of the car is not there, this guy collar will be open, maybe one thing is also up like that, he'll be sitting with his cap will be out, he'll be listening to some music, he'll be all like that, That's how he'll be there. The moment the master comes, put perfume, clean up everything, nice. Bhajan will start, The body is the Lord's car. In that car, we are the chauffeurs, where we are taking Swami. How will it be? If we are aware, if we lead every moment of our life with the awareness that Swami is with us, that itself is enough. The way we will behave, the way we will conduct ourselves, the things that we will speak, the things that we will think. Because how we were in Swami's presence. Of course, there are those who say, no, we have never been in the physical presence, we don't know how it is. Consider how you will be when you are in a temple. I mean, or a church, wherever you go, what is it? Or even the center. When you go to your Sai center, when you go to Sai house, what are the things you speak? What are the things that you watch? What are the things that you think about? Definitely much, much different from what you do in your normal, possibly college or office or anywhere else, right? Bringing that presence into everything. It is not some separate spirituality. This is a very inspiring experience for me, which I keep sharing, of Professor H.J. Bhagya sir as we call him. Some of you might know it. I will repeat it again because it's so inspiring for me. He had amazing experiences. He is a brilliant professor, academically very well done, professionally very well placed. He was in Amsterdam. Many amazing experiences also. Once in Amsterdam, in the cold, when he was walking, Amsterdam gets very cold, I did not know, till I had to travel to the West Indies and I had a stopover at Amsterdam. In the flight, it felt like I was overdressed and everybody were comfortably dressed. Suddenly when they said that we'll be landing in Amsterdam in 1 hour, everybody starts getting up, going, and I'm seeing ladies and gents, men alike, dressing up fully, women are fully. I thought, this is a Muslim country or what? Like, why are they? I was in my shorts and the t-shirt and my socks and shoes. And I got out of the plane and I realized, my God, it can get so cold. My calves, the region between my knee and my ankle began to freeze because it's not covered. So cold Amsterdam can get. And Bhagya sir was caught in one such Amsterdam cold, in the rain, without an umbrella. And he began to shiver, he didn't know what to do, he didn't know anybody. So he just said, Swami, you're with me. And he started, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, and began to walk in the street, generating heat with Sai Ram, Sai Ram. And he says, after 10 minutes, he's hearing an echo, Sai Ram. He looks, beside him is Swami in his orange robe, walking, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. He had darshan of Swami in Amsterdam. That's what convinced him that, all these things that I'm achieving in a worldly sense, the money, the power, the position, all this is nonsense. I don't want any of this. And with that goal in mind, he came to Puttaparthi in 1986. He came and he told Swami that, Swami, I don't want anything, Swami, I just want you. I want only you, I don't want anything. So Swami took him as a teacher in the School of Business Management, Accountant, Finance, and that's how he became a teacher there. 1986, Swami started the course also, the MBA course in Prashant Nilayam, and Bhagya sir came, coincidentally, the correct person for the job. Swami said, yeah, teacher. I said, okay. But then, what happened is, within a few months, Swami was in Vrindavan, Bhagya sir also was there for darshan. Swami had called him in for an interview. And in the interview, Swami asked him, so what is it that you do? Swami, I teach production management, I teach quantitative techniques. I said, no. What do you do for sadhana? That is what Swami. When Swami asked what we do, he's not concerned about our professional career. No, that and all is incidental. Those are like the entertainment options that we get, in-flight entertainment when we are traveling. If you are sitting in the plane and people ask, what are you doing in the flight? If I say I am watching a movie, no. What are you doing in the flight? I am traveling towards Auckland. That is important. Which movie you watched, what food you ate, doesn't matter. You eat and in the flight. That is not the important thing. So too in life, what job I did, which country I stayed, all that is incidental. Do you know where you are headed to? Do you know where you took off from? Do you know where you are headed to? So, Swami said, no, not all that. What do you do? What sadhana do you do? Oh, Swami, and that's what, that's the reason I came here, to find out, because I want to know what to do. Swami said, try to find out who I am. Swami, I know already. You're God. No. Find out who I am. I know, Swami, you're the Supreme Lord. Go and find out who I am. So he just said, okay. And he comes out. When he comes out, there is an elderly gentleman devotee who just walks to him coincidentally and tells him, you read this book, Ramana, it's about Ramana Maharshi. He says, no, I'm not interested in any of this, I have come for Swami. But because an elderly gentleman is giving, he just says, okay, fine, I'll accept it. So he takes the book, and when he opens it, he sees the title of the book, Who Am I? So just find out who am I? Who am I to this? And that is when he got to know that who am I is a kind of thought process, is a sadhana that you do. Oh, okay, Swami is not asking who he is. Swami is telling me to inquire who am I, Atma Vichara. He said, okay, this is what I will do. He read that book. He understood this concept of exploring who am I am not the body. Really, it becomes so easy to understand we are not the body, at least intellectually. Like, I used to think, if this is Aravind, then if I chop off my left hand, am I 90% Aravind or am I full Aravind? I'm still Aravind. If I chop off both my hands and both my legs, do I still remain Aravind? Yes. No, I should be half Aravind, no? Because half of me is gone. No, I'm still full Aravind, which means it doesn't depend on my body at all. Aravind is not the body then. Then maybe it's my brain, maybe it's a... What if I forget my past? Do I remain Aravind? I'm still Aravind. Very easy to intellectually separate ourselves from the body. So he went into this, who am I, inquiry, self-inquiry, trying to find out who am I, who am I, who am I. And this is what, one Swami has given, that sincerity matters. Every morning, Bhagya sir will get up in the Brahma Muhurtam, get ready and sit. Who am I? Who am I? Keep pondering. So boring, right? Like, I don't know what else you would have thought. Who am I? Oh, next, but I don't know. But he decided, I'm going to spend time in this because Swami said, this is the sadhana I should do. So keep contemplating, keep contemplating. This is akin to what, in the Bhruguvalli it easily comes up. Yesterday we discussed that. Varuni said, great, go find out, and all the hardships and difficulties that Bhrigu underwent is just summarized in one line, that Bhrigu did tapas and then he came back. Because the story proceeds like that. Because if they had described in detail what it is, maybe it would have taken us 5 years to chant the Bhrigu only. Because this he did, because it's a long process. And whether it's a movie or a story or anything, only the highlights are presented. The boring part is not presented at all. But it's a long, boring, tough journey of perseverance. So Bhagya sir is doing this day in and day out, day in and day out. Then sometime in all this happened in 1987. 2 years passed. 2 years he has been doing. See, in 2 seconds I finished off his 2 years. Okay, whereas that interview which lasted 10 minutes, I have spent 5 minutes on it. So that's what it is. So in 2 years, what all he did, you can just imagine how each day must have been. Nothing. He doesn't run behind Swami, because he says, why should I? Swami didn't tell me to run behind him. Swami didn't tell chase the form. So he would just sit in wherever he is. If Swami is coming there, there is nobody there, he will not go and sit there. He will no need. Swami told him to find out who I am. Very sincere. He did this again and again and again. In the evening also, after Swami's darshan, after Swami would retire, people would be allowed to sit, the teachers and students in the mandir. So he would stay to sit and meditate and try. He kept meditating. One day at 7 p.m, after all session, everything is over, the interview room door opened and Swami came out. Swami was apparently going out for a drive somewhere. And only Bhagya sir was sitting there. But he didn't rush to Swami. No, he just continued to sit. In fact, even after Swami coming out, he closed his eyes. He closed his eyes. And he opened it only when he felt one pat on his head like that. And he opened, Swami had actually walked up to him, patted him on his head and had walked. He said, okay, whatever. So Swami sat in the car and left that evening. And after Swami left for the drive, he continued to sit there. And when it was his time, he got up and left also. It's not like he waited for Swami to come back. Swami returned, whatever. Next day morning, he came again morning, he started his inquiry. And bhajan time, he's sitting in the Bhajan Hall. Suddenly something happened. Something happened. And he felt an inexplicable surge of bliss within. I say bliss because he doesn't know the reason why he's feeling like that. He just feels so happy. Causeless happiness. Feeling bliss. And he doesn't feel like Bhagya is sitting in the Bhajan Hall. He feels like Bhajan Hall is a part of Bhagya. The Bhajan Hall is in him. And in that Bhajan Hall is one body Bhagya also. That is his body there. But he is beyond. And within him is the interview room door, within him is Prashant Nilayam, within him is everything is within him. That is the kind of feeling he is getting. When he was narrating this to me, he said it is inexplicable. And yet he made an attempt to narrate. And I am second-hand narrating here. What he found inexplicable, I am trying to explain. But basically he is feeling that, and he is feeling that within him the door opens and Swami is coming into the Bhajan Hall. Everything like he is seeing from a superb Google Earth kind of, much more wider. He is seeing the whole cosmos, and in that everything is within him. So he has no desires. What can he desire when everything is within him? He has no sorrows. He has nothing. Everything is just going on. He is just witnessing. He is just happy being. And he is just being. That's it. There is no other word to describe that. Swami comes, sits for bhajan. Swami leaves. And Body Bhagya is carrying out all the duties as per what he has to do. He goes, he teaches in his class. He is not feeling any hunger, he is not feeling any thirst. He goes home and his wife says, hey, have lunch. Oh, okay, I'll have. In fact, to Dr. John Hislop, Swami tells in conversation with Satyasai, That a Jivan Mukta is one who has achieved realization and is alive. Swami says a Jivan Mukta needs to be taken care of. Because if his body is not taken care of, her body is not taken care of, in 21 days they will leave the body and go. Because they have lost body attachment anymore. I mean, nothing. So it's up to the people to feed them, it's up to the people to clothe them, otherwise nothing. They will walk around naked, they won't eat food, nothing. They will pass motion because they have no body consciousness left at all. They have already become one. If you value that body and care for it, you take care of it. Swami tells that to his love that for 21 days, in 21 days the Jivan Mukta will be gone unless there are people taking care. So Bhagya sir is feeling that, he is nothing, his wife is. At the end of that, one day, the next day he is sitting in the mandir and he says, Swami came and from a distance looked at me. He looked at me in the eye. And when Swami looks at him in the eye, he says, I returned to abnormalcy. He considers daily mundane life as abnormalcy. So he says, I suddenly returned back to abnormalcy. And suddenly, no more, Swami is there in the room, I'm here, people are doing bhajan, people are talking. Everything he's able to, he's back and he's like, oh, no man, that was awesome, I don't want this. Again he's trying back, he's not able to get back to that. And Swami comes near him and just smiles. He understands that Swami is telling that was just free sample. Now work and purchase it, You have to work for it and get it. That was just free sample. And having got the free sample, he doesn't want anything else. He says, this is what I want. And so he intensifies his sadhana. That's what happens when we put in that first effort, when the spirit calls, right? And then when it happens, that's it. You are mad, you are obsessed, you just want that, nothing else matters. So he continued with this sadhana intensely. Months passed again, see how time goes, months passed. And in the summer of 1990, Swami restarted the summer course series. So Swami would call all the students to Vrindavan across all campuses. Earlier it used to be all the youth, when Swami had not started colleges, all youth from across the world. Summer course, intense, in-depth study of Vedanta, different topics, Bhagavad Gita. Swami would give daily 2 discourses and there would be other speakers who would also speak in between. They would all stay in a hostel just like this. A retreat for 20 days, just imagine. 20 days or 15 days or 25 days. Intense study. That used to be the summer course. So Swami started that summer course that year and he spoke. It was a 20 day or 25 day program. And Bhagya sir attended that summer course. During the summer course, Swami stressed on this only. Who you are and who you are not. Spoke about the mind that we are not. Spoke about the buddhi that we are not. You can see summer showers in Vrindavan 1990. And the last discourse of that summer course, 3rd of June 1990, Swami said, even if you spend your whole life contemplating on who you are, if you spend your whole life doing sadhana, it is not enough. That struck Bhagya sir so much. The culmination, the conclusion of all these 20 days of discourses is this. And even on the 3rd June discourse, towards the end of the discourse, Swami said, even if you spend your entire life in this sadhana, it is not enough. So he decided, what am I doing, wasting my time? I need to do sadhana. So 5th of June, he returned to Prashantiniyam, went straight to the principal and said, sir, this is my resignation. I am resigning. So what happened? Sir, I don't have time. Don't have time for what? To teach. What else you are doing? I need to do my sadhana. Wow, look at that. We say, we don't have time to attend a bhajan. We don't have time to come for a seva activity. He's saying, I don't have time to teach and do all this. Because I have to do sadhana. I don't know. I'm sleeping, I'm eating somehow, but that is for the body. I have to maintain the body. Yes, Swami would always say, you have to maintain the body. Don't starve. Because you know what, if you starve, you sit in meditation, instead of feeling the vibration in the heart, you will feel it in the stomach. You will feel, oh God, when are you going to eat that? So tasty it was. No. Take care of the body so that you don't have to care about the body. You get it? It's so beautiful. It feels ironical, but that's what it is. Take care of your health so that ill health doesn't bother you. So that you are at ease. Don't overeat, because then also again you think of the body. Don't under-eat because you think of the body. Think of the body so that you don't have to think about the body, so that you can be comfortable. That's why Swami would say, sit comfortably, so that when you're sitting, you need not think that Swami, end your discourse because my leg is aching. No, sit comfortably. Take away all distractions so that I can focus on this. That's why Swami would not encourage starving, all these things, standing on one leg. No, don't do all those extreme things. Be comfortable and just absorb what Swami would be saying. So, where I was, so Bhagya sir felt and he went and gave a resignation, but the principal said, I can't accept your resignation. Because have you told Swami? He said, no, Swami has indicated to me. Then the principal said, but Swami has not indicated to me. So I won't accept it. I'll ask Swami. He said, yeah, whatever, but this is the beginning of my notice. 3 months is the notice period and this is the beginning of my 3 months notice. I have served it. And he walked. He was very happy. Sometime on June 15th or 16th, Swami returned from Vrindavan and the clock is calling. So Swami basically, cutting the long story short, Swami called all the teachers in for an interview. Now Bhagya sir was sitting there and wondering whether I can go for the interview. Because he has already resigned. But then he felt still 3 month notice is there, no? So I'm still a teacher. And anyway the principal has not yet accepted my resignation. So I'll go in. So he was the last person to get up. And Swami was waiting for him. He was standing at the interview room door. Swami was waiting for Bhagya sir to come. And when he came, Swami said, lazy boy, patted him on the back and come, let's go in. Go in where it's packed. Everybody is on the floor, they're sitting. But as Swami walked, path is made, so Bhagya sir walked behind Swami. And as Swami sat on the chair, he sat there at Swami's feet. And there, Swami began to ask what it is, ask the teachers anything. Yes. So he says that they began to complain about the administration. Swami, this person is doing that, the Vice Chancellor. Swami said, no, you can't do this. Swami said, see, if the teachers have a problem, they should complain to the principal. If the principal is not able to solve it, it will then go up to the Vice Chancellor. If the Vice Chancellor is not able to solve it, it will come to me. That is the protocol. You can't do this. You can't evade authority and come directly. Swami, your personal God, is different from Swami, the Chancellor. The Chancellor follows protocols, you have to follow protocol. That's what Bhagya sir said, that's what Swami said when it came to, this is not related to the story, but because it happened in the same interview, I am just sharing it. Because Bhagya sir shared it with me like that. So he told the teachers, don't complain about your principal to me, don't complain about your wife. No, you have to go through that. That is the route, that is what I set up. Okay. Then Swami said, but tell me, what sadhana, what is the sadhana that you are doing? And Swami said, what is sadhana? Swami said, sadhana, sadhyam and sadhaka. Sadhaka is the person who does sadhana. Sadhana is what is done. And sadhyam is the process of doing. Swami said, the goal of sadhana should be to make sadhaka, sadhana and sadhyam into one. There should be no distinction between the sadhana, the process of sadhana and the sadhaka. I also just have an intellectual understanding of it. And this is what Swami said, I am just sharing with you. And then Swami looked at Bhagya sir and said, so what sadhana are you doing? Swami, as you said, I am trying to inquire who I am, Swami. And that is what I want to achieve. As you said, this whole life is not enough, Swami. That's why I have rendered my resignation. Resignation. Why? Because Swami, I need time for sadhana. I don't have time to waste on worldly activities. And then Swami's eyes became large and red. Hey Bhagya! If you separate things as worldly and spiritual, in 1,000 births I will not give you what you are seeking. That's what Swami said. In 1,000 births, I will not give you what you are seeking. 1,000 births, one birth comes after 83,99,999 animal births. So that you multiply with 1,000, goes into some billions of births. So he got up and said, Swami, forgive me, Swami. No. Tell me what I should do. Swami said, you can't separate it. You can't say this is spiritual, this is worldly. Then you will never achieve it. You are a teacher. You are divine. You are teaching students. They are divine. Think each one of them as a Maharshi. That's what Swami told him. Consider each student you are teaching as a Maharshi, as a sage. You are also a Maharshi. You are also a sage. You are a sage ready to give. They are sages ready to receive. Give and receive and continue. Continue that. And that's why even to this day, Bhagesar has retired from active teaching. He is superannuated. He still continues to be a mentor. He is among those few teachers whom I meet even now when I go to Puttaparthi. I find when I go to Puttaparthi, my pilgrimage is to visit Sailesh sir, to visit Bhagya sir, to see Kishore sir. This is where, because these are my teachers. Swami says, mother points the way to the father. Because when the child is born, child just trusts the mother. This is the milk on which I have been nourished, I trust this being. And the mother says, this is your father. Trust him also. Then the child begins to trust the father, and the father is supposed to show the way to the guru. This is your teacher. And the guru is supposed to say, this is God, and show the way to God. And therefore, on Teachers' Day, all those teachers whom I feel have guided me towards Swami, who have inspired me to love Swami more, I feel those are my real teachers. And every teacher in their own way strives to do this, but different teachers have different impacts on different people. So those that have had an impact on me and made me feel that I should yearn for Swami, I meet them even to this day. They continue to be my teachers, and Bhagya sir is one among them. What passion for Swami, what dedication for Swami, what one-pointed focus that I need to achieve this. Even to this day he is doing his sadhana, but he continues. If you go and talk to him, he will not tell, don't waste my time. He'll talk as if he has got all the time in the universe for you. With so much love for Swami, so much passion, such sweetness, it's amazing. Really, you can feel Swami's presence when you sit near him. And Bhagya sir continues it even to this day. So it's not about what we do. It's not about sitting with the back straight. It's not about what we do. It's about why we do it. If I'm sitting with my back straight and wondering about what I should be doing next when I go something, no, it's no use. But if I do my day-to-day, every activity as a dedication to Swami, because Swami, I'm doing this so that I can love you more, so that I can reach you. This is what it is. That is what, and when that happens, what Bhagya sir felt was that bliss. Absolute bliss. That is what we discovered, right? That is what Bhrigu discovered, Anandam. Anandam Brahme Divya Jana. Ananda is that. Brahman is Ananda. Dear brothers and sisters, I'll conclude with this little episode from the book Autobiography of a Yogi. Another beautiful book that I find very inspiring, especially for sadhakas, because we can relate with all the things that Paramahamsa Yogananda ji went through. So there's a time when he feels, what is my Guru doing? What he's telling me to do? Grow cauliflowers, grow vegetables. He's not teaching me meditation techniques. He's not teaching me kriya, pranayama, nothing. What, I'm leading a life like an ordinary person. That's what it is. There's nothing, it's nothing that you have to do something special. So what he does, he just runs away to the Himalayas. He says, if I tell my Guru, he will not allow me. Yukteswar Giri, he will not allow me, so I'll just run away. So with one of his friends, he runs away to the Himalayas. And that's 2 chapters in his book. I don't have time to go through that. But basically in the Himalayas, he realizes that he's not getting anywhere, and 2-3 people tell him, you fool, you left your Guru to come to this snowy area. What you will get? Nothing you will get. You will get snow and more snow. That's all. That's all it is. We have romantic ideas, go to some place. Nothing. In the night when the biting cold comes, you will shiver and you will wish you were back in your home. I've been to the Himalayas. It's beautiful for 3 hours in a day, for 10 hours in a day. In the night you want back the confines of a blanket, a wonderful home, and some cup of hot tea. So he returns back, and he's having a lot of trepidation. How will my Guru receive me? Because I left him and run away. And when he meets Yukteswar Giri says, hey, it's time for breakfast, come, let's have breakfast. Yukteswar Giri speaks to him as if he has always been there only. No difference, like any morning, hey, good morning, I woke up, chalo, let's have some breakfast. So he sits for breakfast and Yukteswar Giri is speaking normally, and so Mukunda, how are you? All fine, all good, okay, nice. So and today, yeah, just get those cauliflowers, okay, we have to harvest them. This Gurudev, you're not upset with me? For what I'm upset with you? I was gone for 3 months, I left you and went. No, it doesn't matter, no. You were happy. I want you to be happy. You are happy going to the Himalayas? I'm happy. You are happy coming back here? I'm happy. That's all. So simple for Swami. If you are happy, I'm happy. That's it. So when people ask me, this is what I heard. Can I go to Mudanali? Go. Brother, I heard that actually you can feel Swami's presence. Yeah, go. Please go. No, will you come? No, I don't want to come. I'm happy here. If you feel you are happy, then you go. Because I realize that's what it is. Finally, it's about your peace and happiness. You be true to yourself. If you are genuinely finding happiness there, you will not even ask me, you will just be gone. They say that. People who threaten to commit suicide, don't worry, they won't. They don't have the guts to do it. Because people who commit suicide never tell anybody. Suddenly they have done, oh God, suddenly they have attempted. If you do this, I'll kill myself. No, take the knife, cut it. Won't have the guts to cut. They're just using it as a threat. In the same way, with death, same way with life. Those are convinced this is Swami, they don't even want to check. They'll just go, that's it. If you feel conviction, because it's about the peace and joy, Swami wants us to be happy. But Swami knows that nothing of this world will give happiness. That's why it has come to me. You may think that you are getting happiness, you won't get. Focus, come, you will get. Because I know you want only happiness, that's why I am telling you this. You are thinking I am imposing sadhana, no, don't do anything for myself. Don't do. Swami doesn't want our bhajan, Swami doesn't want our seva, Swami doesn't want our anything. We need it and that's why he does, I want it. So that we get some incentive and motivation to do it. That's all. So then Yukteswar Giri says, yeah, that's it, your wish, you go. I am fine only. So then Paramahamsa Yogananda is very happy. Oh God, my Guru accepted me, I am fine, I am very happy. And life continues in the ashram. And so one day he is sitting in meditation. And this Paramahamsa Yogananda notices that after his return from the Himalayas, he has learned some meditation there. So every day he tries to meditate. But whenever he sits for meditation, he sits like this. Mukunda! Mukunda! His Guru will call him. Don't call me when I am meditating. No. Gurudev, I am meditating. Yeah, I know you are meditating. Come here. Gurudev, why do you do like this? Every time when I am meditating, you disturb. Your meditation is like those leaves that are scattered in the wind. Come, let's take a walk. And he feels Gurudev does like this every time. I am sitting, I am trying to meditate, he disturbs my meditation. What are we meditating for? We are meditating to achieve him, right? And when Swami says do this, no Swami, I want to meditate. Okay. I am telling you, Bangaru, just speak lovingly. No, I don't want to speak lovingly. I want to meditate. Whom you are trying to please? Swami, you. I want to please you to meditate. I don't want to meditate. I want you to do this. Clearly Swami says do this. So he gets very upset, he gets very irritated. But anyways, Gurudev has told, so he keeps walking. Then he says, Mukunda, what bothers you? Gurudev, it bothers me that my life will be spent and I have not progressed spiritually. They are worried. That's why I said the short answer for how do you know I am progressing spiritually is when you care a damn. Are you progressing? I don't care a damn. I'm just happy, man. When you are happy, you don't care a damn. You don't even think about Swami. Right? We think of Swami only in difficulties. When we are happy, we just don't care about anything. Because I am happy. And that is what we need. So, when you really have spiritually progressed, you don't care only. It's not a race, it's not a measurement, it's not a rat race or a mousetrap race, right? So then Gurudev says, Papa, so much you keep feeling bad. Pats him on the chest. In that moment, it's there in the chapter, just revising it as I came in the car here. Chapter 14, Paramahamsa Yogananda. This book is available online. Autobiography of a Yogi, so you need not even purchase it. It's called An Experience in Cosmic Consciousness. He writes there, see? Stumbled and snubbed. Sir, I am meditating, I shouted protestingly. I know how you are meditating, my Guru called out. With your mind distributed like leaves in a storm, just come with me. Snubbed and exposed, I made my way sadly to his side. Poor boy, the mountains couldn't give you what you wanted. Master spoke caressively, comfortingly. His calm gaze was unfathomable. Your heart's desire will be fulfilled. Sri Yukteswar seldom indulged in riddles. I was bewildered. He struck gently on my chest above the heart. And then he writes 3-4 pages. You can read, I don't have time to read it out. Of that experience that he had, the same thing that Bhagya Sir got. That same experience of everything becoming one. And then he pats him back again and he comes back. He comes back out of that. Okay, I just scrolled off too much up or down on the moment. Just hold on. Yes. So he pats him out of this trance and experience and says, no, come on. We need to sweep and clean the ashram. So, that is what it is. In an instant he can give. In a trice he can give. He knows what we lack. He knows what we have. He knows what we need. We just need to follow his word. So when we say the Spirit is calling, what should we do? I promise I'll conclude with this last one. 85th birthday time, all of us from Sai Sannidhi, we were sitting around Swami and we said, Swami, 85th birthday, we want to do something for you, Swami, what should we do? Swami said, you are all here doing different things, whatever you are doing, do that properly, that's enough. We look for excitement, 85th birthday, 100th birthday, what we should do. We take up something in excitement because we need such motivation, we need an event. It's good, it's better than not doing anything. But what Swami needs is consistency, perseverance. Do it today, do it tomorrow, every day. Day 1 of conference I am there, day 2 of conference I am there, day 3 I am there. And after the conference also I am there. Again, like Swami said, those flowers will disappear. Afterwards it will reduce further, but no, because it's important for me. Unless we are convinced that we are doing it for our own uplift, for our own thing to get closer to God, we will not. And it's just not possible with any other motivation. I'm serving others, I'm helping others, I'm doing this for the organization. No, nothing. Unless we know the truth and we are convinced about the truth, we have faith in the truth that I'm doing all this for my own uplift, we will not do. And I think that is what is meant by spirituality in action. It's not spirituality in action. It is spirituality in action. Every act that I do, whether it's eating, whether it's sleeping, whether it's working, whether it's professional work, everything, I do it because this is my way of getting closer to Swami. Each thing, that is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, the why part. When we focus on the why and ensure that it is perfect, that is spirituality. It's not about what we do at all. I'm grateful to Swami for this opportunity. I pray to him that Swami, the feeling of fulfillment, the feeling of contentment, the feeling of joy, the feeling of inspiration that we are having in our heart today, Swami, please protect it from the winds that blow. A storm is coming up, they say. May that storm not blow out that inspiration. May that inspiration be alive, and may I not rest till I reach your lotus feet. May each day, may our love for you, may our devotion for you, may our commitment for you keep growing stronger every moment. Thank you, dear Swami. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Jai Sai Ram.